Hey there, everyone. This is William with CommanderCast.com, and whoo, baby, those were some real wins. Now, granted, one of them is unofficially an official win because we misclicked and actually just clicked past our attack step. What are you gonna do? But hey, what are you gonna do? The power of the land tax and all those lands ended up being incredibly relevant. What was it? It's not the wrath effects. It's the bouncing. It's the goddamn bouncing. How many times have we just been pseudo wrath by mono blue by blue bouncing? It just destroys us every time because we spend so long trying to build up this momentum in this board state, and then boom, with one card we're just completely reset. So we have to struggle and scrape and get by. But no, this week we did manage to actually pull it out a couple of times, 2 of our 3 games, and these ones felt better. Not because we had the power, we actually had to grind those out just a little bit, but the interaction was there. Reprisal with the key spot removal on the Deadeye Navigator and all that great stuff. Exile, and just other stuff. Big thanks to the land tax, which I think is the MVP of this week. Just hit those land drops, filtering our deck so that we can draw into spells and other stuff like that. And hey, we even got to play with the burb. Look at this Barb Knight. It's such a burb. Now, granted, we did have to have a couple of things go good for us, i.e., people just rage quitting apparently, and other people smacking other people. But we did get some real wins today, and I'm okay with that. So overall, let's see. Aside from the reprisal getting the key spot removal, and the exile giving us a very, very nice life buff, I don't think that we really saw any of the newer cards. Like I said, the real MVP of this week was the land tax. Just so good to draw 4 cards a turn in a mono white deck. This is our strongest form of card advantage, and it just does everything we want. I'm actually thinking about going forward with some of the cuts that we're making. After thinking about it, I might end up actually cutting some of the banning cards once we get some better quality creatures. Like, outside the banning, they're not doing a whole lot for us. They're fantastic cards, don't get me wrong. I really like the banning ones. But I think just because I'm saying we shouldn't play cards with banning just because they have banning. Banning is really good with Avacyn. It's phenomenal. But we probably shouldn't be spending 5 mana for a 2/2 flyer that happens to have first strike and banning, 2/4. It's really more of a theme that could be a lot better, and something with paper, or just mixing it with other colors to have more banning. So like we could probably see a couple of the Knights of Thrones, the Akashi Phalanx, and the Kildren Scatty Captain. I probably might keep the Banalish Hero, just because it is a 1-drop 1/1 with banding. She doesn't do a whole lot with herself, but it's enough. If we had something really big with banning, or even anything just added a noticeable size, honestly, we'll probably even take out the banning once we get just anything that can reduce or protect Avacyn, because that's all these guys are doing is protecting Avacyn. These are Avacyn's bodyguards, and until we get something that we can use to protect Avacyn, like boots or a Dark Steel Play or something, this is all we have. It's banding. So until we get replacements for those, yeah. On the other hand, we have such more obvious cuts like the angelic voices. Let's see, there was something else in here I wasn't quite pleased with. The Ferromantle is okay. It's great that you can swing at someone else and ping something that a third player has. I could see take out the Preacher and stuff like that. We might not need the Horn of Deafening. A few things for me to go over this week. We didn't really see the Thawing Glacier, but we saw a little bit of the Outpost. Important to note that it only makes 1 mana. I did not read that carefully enough. For some reason, I thought it made 2. Probably because I was looking at the cost. But no, it actually just makes 1. So it's great with the land tax turn. It means that you can play your land and still set yourself up to replace those lands even better in the future. But going forward, next week we'll be going to Mirage. And Mirage has a very, very welcome addition to our deck. It's no secret that if you know Magic's history, then you know that we're going to be getting the Enlightened Tutor. And granted that it was just spoiled in Eternal Masters, I actually feel really sad now. Because I really like that art, and I would have wanted that art. But instead I've got the original Enlightened Tutor. I guess I can't really complain. I still have an Enlightened Tutor that you guys were able to help me afford, as tight as my budget is. Remember that this is a self-sustaining project, thanks all in part to you guys at the Patreon. If you want to join that cause, go ahead and head over to the CommanderCast Network on Patreon.com. There'll be a link to it in the notes below this video. You go ahead, hit us on the Twitters. We are at CommanderCast. We are also on the Facebook page. If you want to hit me up personally, I'm at BlueRam1409. I am also at wiehernandez@gmail.com. If you want to email us, CommanderCast email commandercast@gmail.com. And guys, that is all for next week. Next time we'll be doing Mirage. And until then, let's get it!